Shalom, Yasharala. This your brother Dawada, coming back at you with this here truth again. First and foremost, I want to give all praise unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rachakodash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth and that rule well. And salutation and much love for you, Akim, pushing this truth and sincerity on the four corners of the earth and enduring afflictions to feed and edify the elect. All right, so I want to jump on into this here topic, which, we always talk about this topic, which is going into Jacob's trouble. But nevertheless, our people have to have a real visualization of what's really coming down the pipeline, As I'm watching the news and seeing some of this different technology that's coming out, so on and so forth, and things like that, man, Esau has some weapons up his damn sleeve to come at you, Jake, with, And let me start off with that real quick. In the book of Revelations, chapter 12. This is Revelation 12 and 12. It says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and the sea, and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath." All right, when this devil is talking about the so-called white man, all right, it's not talking about the spiritual demon Satan. It's talking about the so-called white man. It says, "For the devil has come down unto you having great wrath, because he knows he have but a short time," And as I'm just, reminiscing on some of the videos I've been seeing, especially dealing lately in the news over the last week or so, Jake's still getting gunned down left and right. You know what I'm saying? They actually had a case where Jake almost got gunned down. There was, he got pulled over, and he didn't really get pulled over. He was in a parking lot talking to some other people. They were trying to find directions. The cops rolled up on him and told him to try to snatch him up out the car, They told him to put his hands out the window. He put his hands out the window. The cop immediately drew his gun out and said that he has a gun, and Jake actually did have a gun, but the gun was in the car under, in the back seat, but nevertheless, when the cop, he just rolled up on him, he wasn't even at the window of the car or nothing like that. He just rolled up on him and immediately just started pointing his gun at this dude, and Jake, basically was in the right spirit. He didn't just buck up or nothing like that. He was trying to comply to the best of his ability. And he understood exactly what time it was. He understood that devil, the devil horns was growing at that point in time, and he was hot red in the face. All right. He knew that he just wanted to kill his ass. All right. So Jake wound up still having his car and drive because he was pretty much trying to talk to the next car over, trying to find directions. All right. But nevertheless, the cops roll up on him. He's got his foot on the brake. The car's still in drive or whatever, whatnot. And the cops telling him, look, put your hands out the window, put your hands up. The dude is like, he got his cell phone in one hand, videotaping the cop, and he's got the other hand visibly, both hands are out the window. All right, he has both hands out the window, and then the cop is still giving him commandments. You got to also understand how Esau is, man. All right, the so-called white man gave him two different commandments. All right, he said, look, put your hands up where I can see him. Don't move your hands. But then he told him, and Jake was telling him, look, my car's still in drive. Can you come, talking to the other officer, can you come put my car in drive? He got his gun on me. I ain't moving, man. So the cop with the gun is like, listen, turn the car off. And he already knows. See, he was wise enough to understand. You gave me the commandment not to move my hands. You already done shouted out that I had a gun when you didn't even see no damn gun. All right. And then when he asked him about it, he's like, yeah, I got one. It's legal. I can legally have it, whatever, whatnot, But the cop's telling him to keep his hands up and then also to turn the car off. All right. Soon as Jake would have reached over to turn the damn car off, he would have got shot the fuck up. So Jake was just like, fuck it. You gonna have to, just take me to jail or whatever. I ain't moving. You know what I'm saying? You got the gun on me, whatever, whatnot. I'm not moving. But, and there's another case, Jake outside of his apartment, cleaning up trash or whatever, whatnot, also working in the building. The police just roll up on him, drawing his weapon. Like, hey, what you doing? Let me see your ID. Jake complied, gave him the ID, but Jake, got fed up like, man, hold up. I'm not trespassing. I live here and I'm working. You clearly see me with this here bucket and this, grabber to grab the trash up with. The cop is like pulling his gun out on him and I feel threatened, put the weapon down. It's like, weapon? I got a bucket and a grabber. You over there, I'm not even in arm's reach distance of you to even hit you, let alone with the extension pole that I have. It's still not even close enough to hit you. So, and you have the gun drawn on me. How do you feel threatened? All right, but what? This is the Lord turning up the spirit on Esau because why? The devil, let me read it again, Revelation 12 and 12. "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them," talking about the so-called white man because this is his heaven right now. All right, "Rejoice and be glad, O daughters of Babylon." All right. So this is what you got going on. It's the end of the so-called white man's reign. You might as well go ahead and live it up, man. This is your last couple of days in your apartment, bro. You got to be out tomorrow. You might as well go ahead and live it up, man. All right. But nevertheless, continuing on, it says, "Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil has come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth he have but a short time." And this is why Esau is turning up on Jake to the max right now. All right. Making all kind of just overtly racist statements and things like that, talking about going out and hunting down Jake. All right. But what? This is all prepared for what? Really the nation of Israel. All right. Talking about what? Jacob's trouble, which we're going to get into. All right. But like I said, man, Our people have to have this visualization and know what time it is, man. You got a lot of our people still walking around hand in hand with the so-called white man, thinking they trying to help them out and they want to be their friends. They want to be stuck up the so-called white man's ass, and they don't want to hear shit from Jake, man. They walking hand in hand with them, not knowing that these people, they be having their little secret meetings and shit. Basically, the Klan is still, ain't never went nowhere, you know. They just took the damn hoods off and put on suits and uniforms and badges, man. All right, but nevertheless, Jake, you need to understand that Esau, the so-called white man, hates you. Not only that he hates you, he know that you about to replace him in rulership. All right, so he's about to get his last licks in because, hey, bro, it's just like you and somebody else is wrestling. You and your cousin or somebody is wrestling, right? And you done pissed him off or whatever, whatnot. But you got him pinned down, and you know if you let him get up, it's gonna be all over with, you know. When you're not quick enough to let him up real quick and run and get away from him. This is what Esau is doing. He's like, yo, we got him down, but this motherfucker finna get up, and if he get up, it's gonna be all hell gonna break loose. So what do we got to do? We got to make sure we hit him with a knockout punch and make sure his ass don't get up. He on the ground. We might as well ground pound his ass out so he don't get up, man. All right, because Esau don't want to lose his throne, man. He know that that's what's happening, as the scriptures say in 2nd Ezra, chapter 6. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. All right, so reading here Revelation 12:12, the devil know he got but a short time. So what is he gonna do? All right, so let's jump into the book of Jeremiah. Hang on. You know what? We're gonna detour real quick. We're gonna go to the book of Isaiah, chapter 32. I'm gonna, you know, I'm just kind of flowing through the spirit right now, but I'm gonna put some scriptures out here first. This is Isaiah 32:2. It says, a man shall be a hiding place. Well, let me read from verse 1. It says, behold, a king shall reign in righteousness, and princes shall rule in judgment. All right, because why? Esau is ruling right now in wickedness, but see it, like I said, Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. All right, Yahushua is about to set up. The Lord's about to set up his kingdom, and Yahushua is going to sit on the throne, man. All right, but nevertheless, when we have to transition through this here timepiece, it says a man should be a hiding place, not just talking about a male or if you got a penis between your legs. You know, you got the X, I believe it's the XY chromosomes. That's not what it's talking about. All right, this here man that it's talking about is talking about a righteous man, a man of the Lord. Why? Because it says a man shall be a hiding place from the wind. All right, but nevertheless, let me see, I can grab that as well too. But nevertheless, these righteous men, the men of the Lord, they're gonna have the wisdom and knowledge is gonna be the stability of our times. All right, we're gonna already know what's going on, man. All right, it's just like you got to make it through you know, some kind of survival course or whatever, whatnot. You don't know what the hell is behind the next door or how to prepare for that. All right, we got the cheat codes, man. We already know what's behind each door and what we need to take on this here trip to be prepared for what's behind each door, man. All right, it's like you gotta pick 3 items to take on this here trip with you. What do you take? You take bubble gum, a fishing rod, and a spare tire, man. All right, because you don't know what the hell your obstacles are. But what? We got the cheat codes. We know that we got to cross a river, so we're gonna need some kind of boat or a canoe. All right, we're gonna need some kind of maybe like a vehicle or some shit. So we'll take like a ATV or some shit, and then we'll take we're gonna need a gun and some bullets because we gotta go kill a bear or some shit. You see what I'm saying? But that bubble gum, the inner tube, and the fishing line is not gonna help you on this here journey. All right, that's gonna be the comparison of the rest of these people, man. The rest of these people in this here time that's approaching. All right, what are they doing? They tied to this here world, man. They're gonna make carnal investments into this transition. So what are they doing? You see these Edomites buying doomsday bunkers and stuff like that, getting guns and stuff like that, saving up money, getting their new jobs. You got Jake out here just living it up, getting the bag, living for today. But guess what? All that shit is not gonna profit you in this day, man. All right, it's basically like you done went to you know, one of them old Jake stores or whatever in the hood that only take you know, they be like, look, cash only, no card or whatever, whatnot, but you only got a card on you. You done stacked up all this here groceries. Be like, yo, man, we don't take that transaction here, man. Your money ain't no good here, man. All right, we don't want to buy or sell with that type of currency that you got. All right, so you ain't gonna be able to how you say, not to say buy your salvation, but nevertheless, like the scriptures say, basically store up heavenly treasures. All right, because why? Like the scriptures say, wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of thy time. That's what you should be investing in, man. That's your doomsday prepping for this here thing. Because why? Like the scriptures say, well, let me read it. Isaiah 32:2, it says, and a man shall be a hiding place from the wind, a covert from the tempest, as the rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadows of a great rock in a weary land. All right, so going back into the men of the Lord, they're going to be basically a protection unto who? Basically, to the elect, you know what I'm saying? Because going in a little deeper, you know, Ezekiel 37, Valley of the Dry Bones, all right? I didn't just wake up with this shit one day, you know what I'm saying? There was men before me that was out there on the highways and the byways prophesying, all right? So those men basically made it to where I could be able to get this here hedge. You see what I'm saying? And the same thing, how we put out these here videos for you to get this salvation as well, too. All right, but ultimately in that day, like, let me grab that real fast. This Isaiah 4:1, it says, in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man. Again, it's talking about, it says a man here. It's not talking about a male with a penis between his legs and XY chromosomes. This is talking about a man of the Lord. All right. Let me grab another precept real quick. I know I'm a little bit all over the place. This is Ezekiel 9:4. It says, and Yahweh said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. So yeah, it said men there. All right. So yeah, you could be like, oh, well, they got, a penis between their legs, they're a man. But what type of man? There's plenty of men on the planet Earth that's, considered as an actual male. But what? There's only the 144,000 in the 1/3 of the nation of Israel that's going to be delivered. All right. So those are the men you need to be with. All right. So it says here, well, let me go back to Isaiah 4:1. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. Why? Because these women going to be shamefaced. They're going to be shameful. Because why? Right now, especially, the men of the Lord, they, how I say, they be like, man, where all the women that or whatever, whatnot. Well, all the women, all these women are getting with all the men, but the men of the Lord. You have some women getting with the men of the Lord, but what? They out here trying to find these, 2/3 Jakes and just these heathens out here, right? They trying to go out with them because they so-called cool while we so-called lame or whatever, whatnot. But what? They over here, like that's something Mike Jones said, back then hoes didn't want me, now I'm hot, hoes all on me. That's exactly, that's the soundtrack of our life. Right now, we going through all this here hell, man. We at the very bottom, man. We at the bottom of the barrel. We the most despised people on the planet Earth, man. Nobody likes us on this here planet Earth. But guess what? In that day, we're going to be the ones, like Mike Jones said, back then, hoes didn't want me. Why? Because I was broke. I was a scrub. I was looked down upon. But guess what? Now I got the bag and the money. You over here was looking at the dude that was driving the brand new Charger or some shit like that, thinking Jake got the money over. Oh, he got the bag. Fuck this nigga. You riding in a Honda Accord. This nigga got the new Charger. But guess what? Yeah, I'm riding in my Honda Accord right now, but I'm finna wake up in a new Bugatti on your ass, man. What the fuck you thinking? You see, my car 2.1 million on their ass. You know what I'm saying? My tires cost more than your whole car. If that's what you looking for the money or whatever, whatnot. You trying to, how you say, be a gold digger. You looking for the man with the most money, the most security. You looking on the outward appearance. Yeah, I'm driving this Honda Accord right now, but wait till I pull up in my goddamn Bugatti. You gonna really see. Then your eyes gonna really be open. Fuck that Charger. You got a Hellcat, but nigga, that shit is fast to some regular nigga people shit. That's like a $80,000-$90,000 car, bruh. I got a $2.1 million car. So what you mean? You see what I'm saying? You done chose to get in the car with this nigga in the goddamn Charger Challenger. And then you see the dude that you had in this nigga in a busted ass Honda Accord. The AC don't work. Now you in the light with the nigga with the Charger and shit. Now that Bugatti roll up on your ass and this nigga drop the window on you. These women gonna be all shamefaced at that same point in time. All right. So this is what's going on in Isaiah 4:1. Not dealing with the Bugattis and all that, but in comparison, because the so-called game or the things that Jake and all these other heathens is spitting to the women right now, it sound good to them, right? Come on, girl, get up in this here Charger, girl. This is the new Hellcat package, girl. This shit got 200 or go 200 something miles an hour or whatever. Whoop-de-whoop. Whatever. All right, cool. I'm finna get up in there because that's as far as she can see, man. She looking at these carnal things, but guess what? You talking about a fast car, but that ain't even no fast car, man. You see what I'm saying? Hop in one of these bad boys. So like I said, when we roll up in that Bugatti, they're going to be like, damn, now I feel shameful. I remember talking shit to the nigga in the Honda Accord. And now this nigga, and I wanted the nigga with the better car, but really that nigga got the better car than the whole shit that this nigga got. All right. So it says in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man. All right. And that means a complete number of women. All right. You're going to have multiple women. The men of the Lord going to have multiple women. All right. Because just like, just like how you see it with the men right now. All right. The men that's in this here truth, you see our camps and things like that. Put it this way, the apostles on down, right? Look at all the sheep that's been gathered upon, gathered unto the Lord through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, Bashem Rakak Kudash, using the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone on down. All this fruit is being reaped up because, we all be in Ezekiel 37. Do you know the valley of the dry bones? That's all happening to us right now. All right. So we being saved up under that. All right. We getting that hedge through them. But guess what? In that day, just like how all the righteous men are flocking into the men of the Lord. All right. To get this wisdom, knowledge, and wisdom and knowledge to be the stability of our times in those days, to get that hedge around us. All right. The same thing with, like the scripture say, thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power, man. All right. So when all these calamities start happening and everything start going bad, man. All right. That's when these women are going to start turning to you righteous men, because they're going to be noticing that the big, strong, swole nigga down the block, Ray and them and all them, and they little street gangs and all that, and, you know, the Crips and the Bloods or whatever, whatnot, your little street gangs, they got, what that boy name is, Rollo and little Pakistan and shit. You don't go over to little Pakistan over there in the bluff, man. Them niggas is hardcore. Them niggas is, we going to grab it right now. This is, Jeremiah, let me get it. Jeremiah chapter 30, I'm going to start at verse 5. All right. So, like I'm painting the analogy of talking about these 7 women, all right? So, but let me finish off that verse real fast. Salakia for being all over the place. I'll come back to that. It says, in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. Like I was saying, man, all these women right now is looking down upon us like we ain't really got shit. This is, nigga, you broke. You ain't got no bag. Where you work at? Look what you driving. Look at your shoes. And nigga, you ain't got shit. You ain't. And ultimately, it's what? They see all that money and all those materialistic things is what? A sign of power. Oh, they got money, so they got some power. Just like when you roll through the Edomites neighborhoods and see these big ass houses, you like, these are the people that's in power. These are the people with some shit. That's how not only our women, but, you know, all women look at, you know, the men of the Lord, you know, when they examining us. So guess what? And really, this is talking about the women of Israel, because them other women, it's not going to work out for them, especially if they're Edomite. But nevertheless, our women are looking down upon us because we don't got no so-called power in their sight. But what? When all these calamities start coming to pass, all right, they're going to be thinking back to all the times they look down upon us and like, fuck you, nigga, you broke ass. Y'all always out there preaching and shit. Y'all look dumb in them old garments and shit like that. But when everybody else is getting smoked, like I was saying, they're going to be like, look, it says, and in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, so all these women going to be coming into the men of the Lord, and they're going to say what? We will eat our own bread. We will eat our own bread, meaning we will take care of our own goddamn stuff. You ain't got to feed us and look after us. And, you know, because like right now, the women, how much money you got? What kind of bag you got? You know what I'm saying? I was in the gas station, overheard this young little Edomite chick talking some shit. I'm trying to find all the Mexicans be looking at me. Shit, if they got the money, I'll get with their ass. Shit, if they want to pay out some of these bills, we all good. You see what I'm saying? It's a sign of power. All they want is somebody to be able to, you know, provide for them and things like that. All right. But guess what? Ultimately, in that day, when everybody else is dropping like flies, who's going to be that main provider for them? Who's the provider for the men of the Lord? Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. The Lord's going to protect his sheep, man. All right. And then guess what? These women, they're going to want, you know, the wives of the women, of our women, they're going to wake up and they're going to see the men of the Lord. Hey, they basically untouched in this, man. Then those righteous women, they're going to humble down and they're going to come into serve the man of the Lord, man. A prime example of that is in a movie, The Book of Eli, when you see that chick was in a bar and Eli came up in there, or yeah, I think his name was Eli. Eli came up in there and wanted some water or whatever, whatnot, and they tried him or whatever. And it was a whole bar full of one gang, you know, and that gang happened to be the biggest, baddest gang that was in that whole little area. All right. And then the younger chick and her mama basically was staying with them because either, hey, man, you know, it's bad, but we know that at least with them, we'll eat, we'll drink, we'll still be alive. You know, they ain't gonna just sit out here and just kill us off or whatever, whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Use us as bait and chain us to a goddamn shopping cart like the other chick did. You see what I'm saying? So these women decided to go with the men with power, be like, well, fuck it. You know, we don't want to get killed, so we might as well go with them. But Denzel in the bar and the whole gang decided to jump Denzel, and he turned up. You know, it's a visual of how the men of the Lord gonna be in that day. All right. Ultimately, at the end, you notice the homeboy was blind. Really, that's a representation of the men of the Lord gonna be walking by the Spirit, not by the sight of the things that's going on around them. This is why wisdom and knowledge is gonna be the stability of our time. All right. But nevertheless, Denzel wound up whooping everybody in the bar's ass. The homegirl was like, stop. Just too much bloodshed. But then she was like, you know what? Let me roll with you. You ain't got to take care of me. You don't got to feed me or nothing like that. I'll help you out. He was like, no, you're going to be a weight on my back, basically. You're going to slow me down. And she was begging and pleading with him because she saw the power to be able to provide her shelter and safety. All right. So this is why you're going to have in that day, in the day of Jacob's trouble, when it's all out, basically race wars, martial law, you know, like I said, when I was watching that one video of Jake getting pulled out the damn car, all right, you had another car. It was like 3 cars deep, you know, whatever. They was going to go see family from out of town, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And they had 2 women in another car. They was videotaping, and they was like, please just follow what they saying. Just comply. They all crying, please, they don't kill him. Yeah, but 2-3 minutes ago, I don't give a shit. Fuck y'all niggas or whatever, whatnot. Y'all can't do shit to me. I don't give a fuck. I'm the top dog or whatever, whatnot. Walking around all proud. But then when you was in the heat of the moment, because see, especially for our women, man, they dwelling carelessly. Like, we'll grab that next. But nevertheless, our women are dwelling carelessly right now, so they feel like they on top. But the men of our nation, especially the elect of our nation, they already know what it's like having this goddamn devil foot on your back, man. We already know what time it is. We already know how we have to walk around in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? The scriptures say, I send you as sheep among wolves, man. These motherfuckers out here trying to eat, man. And you the dinner. You see what I'm saying? So we know how we got to walk. But these women, they be all proud and they ain't finna do shit to me, so on and so forth. Fuck these niggas. They don't even think about none of that. But then when they get into that moment, they ball up like a little bitch. Oh, no, please just comply. Don't kill them. They gonna kill my baby. Bitch, you should have been thinking like that the whole time. That was your enemy the whole time. He been doing this, all right? But it's going to turn up even way worse. And this is why people need to start getting their minds right, getting back, going to go get that oil. All right, you don't want to get caught unaware, man, in that day. So let me continue on from here. Let's go to Jeremiah chapter 30. Let me grab something real quick. This is Isaiah 32, and I'm going to start at verse 2. It says, a man shall be a hiding place from the wind. All right. I read this earlier, but I'm going to actually break it down now. It says, a man shall be a hiding place from the wind, a covert from the tempest, as the rivers of water in the dry place, as the shadows of a great rock in the weary land. So what is this basically telling you? It's an analogy of certain things. All right. It says a man, talking about the elect men, all right, shall be a hiding place from the wind. All right. So let's just imagine you in a goddamn tornado or a hurricane. Right, we down here in Florida, you got these hurricanes and stuff that come down here every so often. Or when you go on certain roads, they'll tell you this is a hurricane evacuation route. Or you can go this way to get to a hurricane shelter in case some shit happen. Or, you know, if you're in a tornado belt, they got what they call them, tornado shelters. You see what I'm saying? Or like in Israel, they all got them bomb shelters and things like that. All right. So let's just talk about the tornadoes and the tornado shelters. When that tornado out there and them high winds and shit, what do? You go down into the storm cellar and shit, right? You hide out in there and you safe because why? You in a secure, stable building. The storm passes over you. All right. That's what this is saying, talking about the righteous men, the elect men. It says a man, the elect men shall be a hiding place from the wind. They're going to be basically the tornado shelter. All right. First and foremost, the other elect men, all right, because, you know, the men that was, you know, before me, so on and so forth, going, and the other brothers on the highways and the byways is pushing this truth and sincerity. We getting the wisdom and knowledge for this to be the stability of our time, man. All right, that's going to be that storm shelter that we going in. We resting inside the Lord, inside these scriptures, man. And who's the ones that's feeding us with this? All right, starting with the men of the Lord. This is why the men of the Lord flock to the other men of the Lord, because we need this here storm shelter, all right? Same with these women in that day. But continuing on, it says, a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place. So just think about that. You walking through the damn desert, you all dehydrated and hot and shit. Now all of a sudden you see this damn river, man. What is that going to be for you? Oh, salvation. Maybe I ain't going to die of dehydration and shit out here. All right. So same thing in the midst of Jacob's trouble, all kind of shit popping off. Hey, man, that's going to be like seeing a damn river, flowing a fresh river of water in the middle of a damn desert, man. You're going to be, oh, shit, salvation. I found out my resting place now, all right? And it says, as a shadow of a great rock in a weary land. Again, going back to the damn desert, man. Ain't no trees, nothing around the sun, sky high up in the sky. Up above you, you burning the fuck up. Now, if all of a sudden you see this big-ass rock that's casting this huge shadow that you can go lay in the shadow. Now you got you some shade, man. All right, the same thing. You being protected from the rays of the sun is beaming down on you, taking all your life from you. The same way when the devil is going to come down into you having great wrath, you're going to be able to hide in the shadow of the rock. Spiritually, the rock is what? In the spirit and the power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man. All right. Let me jump down. It says, verse 9, rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. So like I was saying about our women right now, all right, they just walking around because they living it up in this here society, man. They think that this is the best time for them. Oh, I'm worried about this. I'm worried about that. I don't want to hear about this. I don't want to hear about that. You can't tell me nothing. I see there's women in my life, you know, relatives and stuff like that, that they getting bugged the fuck out. Demons is plaguing the fuck out of them. And they going crazy as fucking their minds and shit. They trying to figure out what's going on. And then you try to explain it to them like, well, look, maybe if you humble yourself down a little bit and stop being like this and being like, I don't want to hear all that. Like, well, all right. That's you. You wondering why you bugging the fuck out. Maybe God is plaguing you over. I don't want to hear all that. All right, I'm done. I don't want to hear all of that. All right, well, you're going to continuously get plagued, man, because you want to be proud and not humbled down. But guess what? You're going to be shamefaced in that day. All right, so this is what we're reading about. Isaiah 32:9, it says, rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice. What is his voice? The men of the Lord are out there prophesying on the highways and the byways. But what? Not just our women are ignoring this. You also got 2/3 of our men. Well, put it this way. 2/3 of our people are ignoring this here word, man. All right. It says, rise up, you women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. It really, we could compare this to Ezekiel, chapter 3. Talking about something, I send you to the nation of Israel, to a stiff-necked people, man. They're not going to really hearken unto you because they ain't going to hearken unto me. But nevertheless, prophesy unto the wind. Whether they hear or whether they forbear, man. They have been told, I told you where the damn tornado shelter was, but your monkey ass want to sit inside the goddamn house playing PlayStation while these tornadoes run through your goddamn trailer park, and you wondering why the fuck you on a bathroom floor getting ran through by all these 2x4s and shit, man. Now you all crying, oh, God, help me. No, wait a minute. God came knocking at your door like them Jehovah's Witnesses and telling you, look, the Lord is calling you for salvation, but what you do? You slammed it. I don't got time for this shit, man. I don't want to hear this bullshit. I know they might not talking about the Jehovah's Witness, but you understand the metaphor I was using. Salvation came knocking at your door. You didn't even have to leave, man. It's on the internet right now. You don't even got to do nothing. Just open up your phone, man. It's all over the internet. But guess what? You ignored that. All right. You was just like, fuck that. I'm going to just keep doing me, living all right. But guess what? The Lord is turning up these damn demons on our people, man, bugging them the fuck out. All right, bringing death and destruction upon them, judgment upon them. But then ultimately the so-called white man going to turn up on our nation, man. All right, and he's going to come down with great wrath, man, for the very last time. So what you think is going to happen, man? If you got you running some drag races or some shit, you in a tournament or whatever, all right, and you got your last time to run, your last little race, and it's almost a tie between you and the next 3 people, do you think you're going to do an okay run? Or do you think you're going to just do whatever you can do? No, you're going to try to get the best goddamn time you can get. Like, this is the last time I'm going to get to race. Everything is on the line. This is what I practice and perform for the whole year to get to this here point. And now it's between me and them other 3. I got to outshine them. I ain't going to get another chance to race this again. I'm retiring after this race, man. So this is the same thing as the so-called white man. He know that he ain't going to be able to come back from this. So guess what? He going to turn up to the max. All right. So it says, Isaiah 32:9 again. It says, raise up, you women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall you be troubled, ye careless women. All right. So going into that, these plagues is coming down on our people hard, man. These demons is turning up on them. Our women are being bugged the fuck out. They thinking they got all this here liberty and whatever, whatnot, going around jumping from rod to rod to rod to rod. But guess what? Nowadays, you're getting all these fucking STDs and all these different problems and complications. You turning on your man and whatever, whatnot, and the police is shooting you down as women, shooting your sons. Hey, they turning up on you on all kind of ways, and you don't know how to fucking deal with it, man. You drinking yourself to death, man. All of these women of our nations are becoming winos and shit, fucking yourself up because you just played with these damn demons. But guess what? You don't want to hearken to the Lord. You don't want to repent, man. Guess what? Death and destruction is coming your way. Not just talking about the women, but the same for our men too, man. All right. Verse 10, many days and years shall you be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail and the gathering shall not come. And that's why our women are dwelling carelessly, because why? They get in the bag right now. They got all these men taking care of them now. All right. You seen a lot of our women. There's a lot of our women walking around with Louis bags, Gucci bags, driving nice cars, new cars, 2018, 2019s, got all kind of new swag, new shit. Everything with that they got is new. You see what I'm saying? They got all of them, got the new iPhone 10s and shit like that, the most expensive ones, because they got all these different men buying all these different things for them. So they think they on top of the world. They just living lavishly. I don't work. I got my man to do this and do that, But talking some, you need to get the type of wife that, whatever your wife want, she go and spend the money, run up the bills, and you supposed to pay him no matter what she do. Nah, hell no, I'm not finna go to work and slave all goddamn day while your ass on the internet and running through the malls buying all kind of shit and you still ain't fucking happy. Guess what, man? Your ass is gonna be bugged the fuck out on your own, man. You gonna just die of death and destruction, man. The men of the Lord are way wiser than that, man. We're not worried about this little petty shit that's going on, and we can see it, but we see also how you getting bugged out. Same with 2/3 of our men, man. They going out here waxing worse and worse and worse and worse, man. All right, continuing on. Verse 11, tremble ye women that are at ease. All you women that are out here comfortable, just living it up, living your best life, turning up, going on all these vacations, taking selfies, going to different countries, living it up, thinking it's the best time of your life, man. It says, tremble ye women that are at ease, man. You should humble yourself down knowing all these things is coming to pass, man. Jacob's trouble, man. All right. That's a lot. I did a video a while back. I did a 2-part video. One dealing with Jacob's trouble, and then another one dealing with basically Jacob's trouble as well, but mainly on the women. And in the very beginning, there's 2 clips that kind of show the things that's going on in that time, man. All right, but that's the same thing that's going on right now, or like in the movie The Purge, man. You got all these goddamn weirdos and freaks outside going around just taking joy in killing, and that's the spirit that the Lord's going to put out here on this earth, man. Just, it's wartime, man. And that day, the Lord's going to get a commandment, say, kill everything breathing, man. Just like he told, who was that? Saul, he said, look, go out there with the Amalekites. He said, go out there and kill everything breathing, man. Don't leave nothing left alive, man. All right, but guess what? He wound up leaving some oxen and the king alive, man. All right, let me go back to the book of Ezekiel, chapter 9, verse 4. Let me show you about this, because look, man, people be sleeping on the Most High. They just think the Most High is all loving and shit. Hell no, man. That's why they call him the Most High. I would say the Most High gangster, but that's talking down on him. He way more hardcore than that, man. He is the highest of the high, man, the Most High. All right, Ezekiel 9 and 4 says, and Yahweh said unto him, talking about these angels, go through the midst of the city, talking about, well, let me continue, through the midst of Jerusalem. All right, not talking about a place, a location. It's talking about the nation of Israel. All right, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. All right, so while all you people out here scoffing and laughing at us, oh, y'all niggas is tripping, y'all niggas out here fucking crazy, why y'all motherfuckers always cussing and shit? Well, wait a minute, motherfucker, you over here asking why these motherfuckers cussing? You cussing at us? What the fuck? You listen to all this rap music with cussing and shit. Don't act like just some brand new shit first and foremost. But why you worried about that bullshit? You missing the whole calling card for your ass. All right, let's read the next line. All right, verse 5. And to the others he said in my hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare and neither have pity. Slay utterly old and young, both maid and little children and women. But come not near any man upon whom is the mark. And begin at my sanctuary. Then they begin at the ancient men which were before the house, talking about, dealing with the men of Israel. All right. But nevertheless, this is the commandment. Like I just put it simply, kill everything breathing, man. Slay utterly everything breathing. And that's ultimately what's going to happen over here in America, man. Because at the end all be all, this place is going to be turned to the lake of fire, man. All the trees, all the plants, all that's living matter and material, all that shit getting slayed, man, because it's all defiled, man. It's all GMOs, man. All right. All the animals is all fucked up. They're going to get all slayed, man. All these people, they all fucked up. They gonna be all slain, man. Newborn babies, infants, 2-year-olds, 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds. Wow, they got all these vaccines and poisons in them already. They gonna be slain, man. Everybody dying, man. All right, that's the commandment that's gonna be given. Is gonna be kill everything breathing, man. If this motherfucker's got a post, kill that motherfucker, man. All right, but guess what? Let me read this again. All right, because it's going to be a dog-eat-dog world, man. If you can put it to death, put it to death. If you can't put it to death, that motherfucker probably on your side. Because why? They got Ezekiel 9 and 4. And Yahweh said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. So remember that. Let's go over to Revelation chapter 7. All right. This is Revelation chapter 7 and 1. And after these things, I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor the sea, nor any tree. All right. So this is talking about what? The angels, all right, that's coming to bring this here judgment. All right. They holding back judgment until the elect are saved and sealed. Well, until the elect are sealed before this here judgment come to pass. Just like you can visualize this when we was back in Egypt. All right. Those death spirits didn't come over Egypt until what? All the elect was basically sealed. They all had, the last elect member put that smeared the blood over the doorpost. All right. Once the last of the last got that blood smeared over the doorpost, the Lord gave the commandment, hey man, slay all the firstborn, man. Slay utterly all the firstborns. But here's going to be slay everything breathing. All right. So we just read about, look, don't come near any of the men that's got this here mark on their foreheads. All right. So let's talk about these here men. All right. It says, and I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living power, and he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels to whom it was given to hurt the earth, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads. And that's talking about with this wisdom and knowledge that we get in these breakdowns so we can be saved in that day. All right, that's what we're waiting on before this destruction come back. Until the last elect member gets sealed up, then that's when this destruction gonna come. All right, it says, let me go back to Ezekiel 9. So we know that this destruction is coming. All right. Judgment day is coming. So Ezekiel 9 and 5. And to the others, he said in my hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. Slay utterly old and young, both maid and little children and women. But come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. Then they began at the ancient men which were before the house. Hey, even people that's in the truth ain't really a so-called men that's in this truth, not even exempt, man. Because you got some people that so-called calling on the name of the Lord, but they gonna wind up getting slain too, man. All right, but nevertheless, the Most High, hey, he coming through killing everything breathing, man. All right, only the elect gonna have that seal, and it, like we was reading in Revelation chapter 7, where it say, look, man, hold back the four winds, don't hurt the earth, nor the trees, nor the seas, till we have sealed the Lord's servants with basically with this seal in their forehead, with this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding in their foreheads. All right, but nevertheless, let me go from there to where I wanted to go. Salakia, brethren. Let me get over here to Jeremiah. All right, because we already know this here precept, but I'm going to start at verse 5. This is Jeremiah 30 and 5. For thus saith Yahweh, we have heard a voice of trembling and of fear, not of peace. So going back to what we was just reading, it says, rise up, ye women, ye careless women that are at ease. Because why? Not just the women, 2/3 of our people are at ease. They're in a comfort zone. You know what I'm saying? They just living it up over here, living their best life. All right, it says, verse 5, for thus saith Yahweh, we have heard a voice of trembling and of fear, not of peace, because everybody right now in the society is promoting, what do they call it? Prosperity doctrine, the positivity doctrine. Oh, you thinking negative, speak positivity. I don't need no negative people around me. They got itching ears. They just prophesying to me lies, basically. Don't tell me the truth. I don't want to hear the truth because the truth hurt. You know, like the scripture say, have I become thy enemy for telling you the truth? Come on, bro. You better get yourself together. But what? Our people don't want to repent. All right, but they over here prophesying in these churches all about peace and love. Jesus finna come back and save everybody, homosexuals, pork eaters, and everything like that. He ain't killing nobody. All right, but that's what they telling them. They're talking about peace, but what the Lord say? For thus saith Yahweh, we have heard a voice of trembling and of fear, not of peace. All right, because why? Death and destruction, lamentations, mournings, and woes are coming. All right, verse 6. Ask ye now and see whether ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with child. All right, so basically it's saying, look, is there a dude that's in labor having a baby right now? The fuck? It says, why? Basically, wherefore, it says, wherefore, but basically, why? Why do I see every man with his hands on his loins as a woman in travail and faces turned to paleness? Why all these niggas basically sound like, you know, why does it sound like I'm walking down a damn maternity ward in the hospital where all these babies is getting born and all I hear is women pushing and screaming as they going through labor pains and giving birth, man? Imagine that you walking down a hall in a hospital and it's 30-something rooms. Every room is filled with women going in labor. There ain't no doors and they all in labor at the same time. They all screaming as they pushing, man. It would sound horrible, just the high-pitched screams and high-pitched screams, right? But guess what? This is gonna be like these tough Debo cock diesel ass niggas that's scared like this, these gangbangers that's scared like this, the niggas who I body bag a nigga, you know what I'm saying? These military men gonna be like this. All right, all these men, they gonna be trembling like that, man. It's gonna be like you walking down that damn corridor in the hospital and all these women is giving birth, man. All right, so it says, ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins as a woman in travail and all faces turned to paleness. All right, why do I hear these niggas screaming like bitches? All right, verse 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. All right. Going into what? Basically, long story short, The Purge. All right. When you watch the movie The Purge and you really examine that, it's basically the elites or these white people. It's always the white people hunting down Jake, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. They wasn't really hunting down other white people. All right. So that's a real visualization of what's really going to be going on. All right. But really to the max. You see what I'm saying? Talking about what? Jacob's trouble, the time where Jacob did, because really, you know, before it becomes Esau trouble, because the Lord gonna really ultimately come and take him out of power. All right, but before that, he gonna be trying to eradicate all the Israelites. All right, he coming down with great wrath. All right, and it's gonna be called what? Jacob's trouble, man. It's gonna be ugly out there for everybody, men, women, and children. All right, so this is why it's important to get yourself and your shit together, man. Humble down into the Lord, man. All right, so I'm gonna go from here to I'm not sure if we got read this or not, but I'm gonna grab it anyway. This is Micah 2 and 10. It says, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you even with the sword of destruction. All right, because why? A lot of our people are sitting here in America, assimilating themselves into this here place. They're in a comfort zone. They just like, you know, I got the bag or whatever, whatnot. I just got this new job. I'm making buku money. We finna go on cruises. We finna go do all this shit. You just living it up. You're not really worried about the looming World War III around the corner, all these diseases and pestilence coming upon the earth, man, all these different outbreaks and shit, all these people bugging out, all these suicides. You're not even worried about none of that shit, all right? But that's because why? You so connected to this damn place, man. You caught into what they call the bread and circuses or drinking that Babylon juice, man. You don't see what the fuck is going on, man. You look at that dude that's super fucking drunk and decide to get behind the wheel of the car, and you think that damn, those blue flashlights in front of you, that's that roadblock, is actually the green light. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, go up to the green light and make a left or a right. But you've been drinking since 12 in the afternoon to 4:30 in the morning, and now you rolling up retarded ass to a goddamn roadblock. You think it's a green light. You walking right into the damn trouble, man. All right? That's exactly what this Babylon juice will do to you here, man. Make you making unwise decisions, man. You walking around as a drunkard, man. All right? Let me go from here. I'm not sure if I grabbed this. Salat. This is Isaiah. I kept quoting it, but this is Isaiah 33:6. It says, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of that time, and strength of salvation. The fear of Yahweh is his treasure. All right. Hey, look, that's how you get the Most High's gold, or his gold is what? To fear him and obey him. All right. No parent really like a hard-headed ass child. You tell them, go clean up your room, go eat this, go do that, get ready for school, brush your teeth, get up, on your clothes. This kid ain't did none of that shit. Now it's time for him to get ready to go get put on the bus. He's still in the bed, sleep, crust all in his eyes, ain't brushed his teeth. And now hey, man, hey, look, bro, your ass, look, you better find a different way to school, man, or your ass on punishment, man. All right, but see how people want to sit here and be staying up late at night playing PlayStation, knowing you got to go to school in the morning, you don't like getting up. All right, so but when that bus come around, your ass getting on punishment, you getting everything taken away from you because you ain't want to listen. All right, but what? If you do what you got to do and do how you supposed to do it, you done got dressed or took a shower, ate your dinner, got everything, your school clothes ready for in the morning and everything, whatnot. You still got plenty of time. All right, cool. You followed the orders I told you to do. Now you can have your reward. Now you can go play the PlayStation or whatever, whatnot, and you ain't going to get in trouble. Just make sure you in bed on time, you know? Same thing here. All right, the minute of the Lord has labored for this here work, man. But guess what? Ultimately, we labor to stack up heavenly treasures instead of these earthly treasures. All right, we doomsday prepping right now, man. All right, they doomsday prepping and carnally by getting these shelters, bomb shelters and shit like that, guns and bullets and stuff like that, man. Hey, look, we getting guns, bomb shelters and all that shit too, man. But guess what our guns and bomb shelters are? These scriptures, man. Faith in the Most High, man. All right, we know that, look, there's no, like the scriptures say, no weapon formed against me shall prosper, man. We're not afraid of no goddamn thermonuclear missiles and shit like that. The only thing I'm afraid of, really, you know what I'm saying, is the fear of the Lord, man. The fear of the Lord is taking his spirit up off of me, man. Taking that hedge up off of me, man. Because I know I'm just nothing but a sitting duck then. I'm a crab in the barrel, man. Ultimately about to be taken out of place and power. All right? Salat. Give me 1 second. Damn, that was Salakia. But nevertheless, this is our spiritual doomsday prep right now. All right, this is what the men of the Lord are doomsday prepping with right now. This is why we put up these here videos, not only to feed and edify the elect, but also for our own salvation. All right, we building ourselves up, so we also know too, man. We're not just out there selling doomsday bunkers. Hey, man, you better get your doomsday bunker. This is durable and whatever, whatnot. This is the best, top of the line or whatever. We're not no doomsday bunker salesmen and don't got a doomsday bunker our goddamn self. That would be foolish as fuck, man. You know what I'm saying? We in the doomsday bunker store showing off these bunkers, and then people ask, well, which one do you have? I don't really have no bunker. Like, you don't believe in the product that you selling? You don't think that you're going to use this shit? No, we not like that, bro. Oh, we got the top of the line bunker, bro. If you really want, you might as well invest into this one, man. All right. And that's what we spiritually talking about, man. Our doomsday bunker is what? The Lord's name is a strong tower, man. It's going to be a hiding place for us. All right. But continuing on. This is Isaiah 33:6 again. It says, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time, the strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. So what? This is the time now that you need to be stacking up these treasures in heaven, man. Doomsday prepping, man. Putting all your goddamn canned good food into your storage unit. So when you out there and all hell break loose, all right, you're going to have food to eat. You'll be sustained in the damn drought, man. All right. And what I'm talking about is like Ezekiel 2 and 3 talking about. Eat that roll, man. All right, that's these spiritual cans of beans and shit, right? You over here stocking up on these spiritual cans of beans. So what? When the shit come to pass, all you gotta do is go to the cabinet. You know, maybe they took away the grocery stores and all that shit or whatever, whatnot. But I don't need that no more. You know, they might have took down the internet or whatever, whatnot, and stopped us from going on the highways and the byways as we read about. You know what I'm saying? The famine of the word coming to pass. But guess what? We got food stocked up, bro. We gonna eat we gonna be all right. You know, like scripture say, you gonna hunger, but my servants shall eat. All right, this is what we stocking up. We stocking up spiritual food and spiritual water right now. All right, like the scriptures say, man shall not dwell off of bread and bread and water alone, but by off of bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of the Lord, more or less to say. Or he that believeth on me, out of his out of his belly shall flow fountains of living water. Since I said that, let me grab this other precept to back that up. All right, Amos 8:11. It says, behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor of thirst for water, but of hearing the word of Yahweh. All right. So it's not talking, right here is we, you could break it down, use it in a carnal sense. All right. Yeah, it's going to come a time where you're going to need the doomsday prep, man. You ain't gonna be able to go to the grocery store. You ain't gonna be able to get no water. I mean, that's really what's going to happen in a carnal sense. That's really, really going to happen as well. All right. But what? Also, this is a metaphor that I'm using here. All right. You ain't gonna be able to go to the grocery store like you are now, at Walmart 24 hours a day to go get you some food whenever you're hungry. All right, just like right now, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days of the year, you can go online and get this here food, this spiritual food. All right, you can you can fill your spiritual belly, man. All right, you can get spiritually hydrated with this here living water, man, so you don't thirst again. All right, the store is open for you to stock up right now, and the shit's free. Or not to say shit, and it's free. All right, it's the best of the best water, man, and it's free. But what, you like, nah, I'm gonna keep eating this at McDonald's and shit. I'll be good, shit. I'll always be able to get McDonald's. They 24 hours too. All right, so but guess what? When all hell break loose, bro, you ain't gonna be able to go to that McDonald's, man. You gonna be trying to look for that dude who was stocking up on this here food, man. All right. It says, behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor of thirst for water, but of hearing the word of Yahweh. And what is food doing to a human being, man? The food is giving a human being strength and nourishment, man. Just like a baby. A baby got to have formula and milk and all that to grow up his bones strong and whatever, whatnot. All right, that's what food and water do for you. You all dehydrated, you a lot weaker. You ain't 8 in days, just like when you fast, you a lot weaker. You eat, you get strength, all right? You get built back up. So what? This isn't talking about actual food, all right? This is talking about, again, the metaphor, spiritual food and spiritual water. Talking about these scriptures, all right? I'll just quote it, going into Ezekiel 2 and 3, where it says, eat what thou seest, eat this here roll. And when I saw it, it was written therein and on the outside, lamentations, mourning, and woe. All right, so this is what it's talking about, these here words, man, these scriptures, all right? So going back to wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of thy time. This is that spiritual food that we stocking up on, all right? It says, verse 12, and they shall wander from sea to sea and from north even to the east, and they shall run to and fro to seek the word of Yahweh and shall not find it. So look, we've been telling you to go ahead and get this here spiritual food and stock up on it, doomsday prep with it. But your ass was like, look, I'm going to keep getting this McDonald's. They 24 hours, I can get it whenever I want, or I can go get a $5 Little Caesars pizza anytime. You know what I'm saying? But what? And that day, all the stores going to be closed. Then you're going to be looking for some damn food. You're going to be going from this side to that side to this side looking for a store to be open, but ain't going to be no stores open. The only people with food is the people with the doomsday bunkers with the food stocked up in them. And the only people who are smart enough to doomsday prep and stock up their damn bunkers with food is what? Spiritual food is the elect. All right? So it says, and they shall wander from sea to sea, from north even to east, and they shall run to and fro to seek the word of Yahweh and shall not find it. And that day shall the fair virgins and the young men faint for thirst. So what? They're going to be thirsty and hungry spiritually, and they're going to wind up fainting because they ain't got no food and no water. They ain't going to have no nourishment or nothing to sustain them in that day, man. All right? So, Laki, let me grab one more real quick, and we'll close it out. This is Jeremiah 51:6. It says, flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for it's the time of Yahweh's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense. Why? Because this is the time where Babylon the Great is about to get his judgment for all the wickedness it's doing. What's some of the wickedness they doing here? Tainting the foods or whatever, whatnot, turning your children into homosexuals and all these different things, man. But guess what? You want to partake in that, your ass gonna go down with it, man. It's just not. It's like saying, look, homeboy got arrested for robbing the gas station. But then your ass decided to go in the store and rob the store with him, or you are an accomplice. So when the police come, you an accessory to this here crime, man. You going down right along with their ass. So this is why you need to flee out of the midst of Babylon, because why? Jacob's trouble is around the corner, man. The Lord's about to start bringing this here. He's already got the judgment rolling out, but it's about to turn up. I'll close out with that. All right. That's I think that's in the book of Daniel, chapter 12. Yeah, Daniel 12:1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, that great prince, which stands for the children of thy people. And there should be a time of trouble, which is Jacob's trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that should be found written in the book, which you can read that in Revelation 7. We touched on it in Ezekiel 9:4. The men of the Lord with that, the elect, the ones that's out on the highways and the byways, spiritually doomsday prepping, like I'm telling you about, all right? Because the famine of the word coming, you don't want to be out there lost without, some covering, all right? But here it says, look, it's going to be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation even into this same time, man. So you can take all the different atrocities that happen on the planet Earth and roll them all in together, and it's going to be worse than that, man. Slavery, World War I, World War II, the genocide of the Native American Indians. It's going to be worse than all of that stuff, all combined, man. So what? You need to ultimately spiritually doomsday prep. Get your doomsday bunker and stock it full of food. And we're not talking about bread and water. We're talking about these here scriptures, man. All right? So Lord willing, that was edifying into the elect. Until next, I'm going to go ahead and close out. Say, Call Halal Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Ruach HaKodesh. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, a great millstone that taught us this truth and that rule well. And salutation and much love for you, I can push in this truth and sincerity in the four corners of the earth and enduring afflictions to feed and edify the elect. Until next time, I say stay strong and shalom.